漂亮的北极狐、温热的海水、可耻的羽毛，都在这里收获了一席之地。
We're here. Thank you for taking care of little comrade August, miss.
You mean I'm not here to be questioned? Or arrested?
Of course not. Perhaps we're a little too optimistic, but when we meet a stranger, we prefer to welcome them.
Oh. Well, I'm Winsong.
That's a very unique name. And where is it you come from?
From the east side of the Dniester River.
微咸涩的海风夹着脖颈上的细腻鳞片，便一同凑到他眼前。哦，
No offense, miss, but you have a complicated and unfamiliar scent about you. The smell of hard rocks, a lighthouse by the sea, rainwater in the humid summer. Nothing hostile, though.
I think most ruthless travelers like me smell like that.
Welcome to Rayashki, Miss Winsong.
Thank you. I understand your caution, but...
You have nothing to worry about. It's not a disease. Anyway, let's talk about you. I heard that you are a researcher. Not long ago, many of your peers visited here. They wandered around and looked under every rock and floorboard in the town, like you do. I thought perhaps they were attracted here by the town itself. But regrettably, not long after, they left one after another in disappointment. I was disappointed too. Will you be like them?
Those people are famous scholars. Of course they won't spend too much time on a project with unclear prospects. But I'm used to those.
I salute you for your courage and spirit of exploration.
I thought you might be more hostile to me. Shouting things like, "Who do you think you are to prowl about on our private property?"
Huh?
Many see the study of ley lines like finding a needle in the grass of a Siberian field. Wasted effort with negligible results.
There is no such thing. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, or what you do. You will find your purpose here.
Is that so? No wonder how you have such an unusual student like August.
All that childhood wonder, innocence. Somehow you've preserved.
Is the show finished? We canceled our rehearsal, August. Mr. Yevgeny just left red-faced.
Yes, and he canceled the friendship cheese on the food menu. All thanks to you.
But I was welcoming our new friend.
And we have lost that cheese because of you. This is all your fault. You're the most bothersome kid in the Rayashki.
I know that word. Most means the best. So thank you, Piotr.
You! August, we don't see anyone new here. You're not lying again, are you?
He's with Vila. They greet each other, share footprints, and even sing together. Winsong is also the best. She can draw many lines on the snow and even on a seagull.
We're not having another freak in town, right?
Do you mean drawing on the blackboard, like Miss Vila did? She made the earth turn into a tall, tall wall, and she blew her breath at it. And if we had enough lay hunters like her working together, we would be able to send sunflowers high into the sky.
High into the sky.
Ah, that's not so tough. Told them when we grow up, we will work like them, with hoes and shovels. But that will take ages.
If we can learn how to build like the lay hunters, then we can help the adults right now.
Don't listen to August. Greetings, Miss Winsong. Is it true? Can you really shape the earth into different things and build things from it?
Not exactly. The things I build with my arcane skill have only a momentary effect. I can't use it that way. I learned it as part of my... Not exactly. The things I build with my arcane skill have only a momentary effect. I can't use it that way. I learned it as part of my research while studying ley lines.
Miss Vinsong, those things August told us, are they true? The sun that closes its eyes, the dark clouds that spit on people, and the lines that can reveal everything.
Miss Winsong, will you be our teacher? Like Miss Vila? Can you prove anything?
Kids, one question at a time.
Sorry, Miss Vila. I should explain it to them. Mine is not a formal discipline. Many people believe that it relies too much on the observations of arcanists, and the conclusions aren't useful for the public. So it is best that you kids do not study it. A pursuit of passion, fit for only a very stubborn fool like me.
I see. Then you must show us all about it. Shouldn't she, kids? I'm sure Miss Winsong would be very happy to give us a special lesson about her studies.
Uh-huh.
Yay!
Miss Vila, I thought I made myself clear.
You have worked hard in this pursuit of passion, haven't you?
Regardless, the study of ley lines is, well, it's useless.
Useless.
These kids should learn something like geography. It's a much more thorough and important field. As far as the general public and academic institutions are concerned, the study of ley lines is just a niche aspect of geography. Worse still, one that is solely accessible to arcanists. To devote any real time to its investigation would take up valuable research funds and equally valuable researchers.
At least that was how they felt about it.
Who can say for certain?
What about you? Do you also think that the study of ley lines is a waste of funds and manpower?
Of course I don't. Through ley lines, we can detect Arcanum-related events in the area, learn about local arcane creatures, and find the secrets hidden both above and below the Earth's surface. But I can't yet prove this to people.
Well, you don't have to prove it alone. It doesn't matter what others think of your work. The only important thing is finding its uses. At first, Rayashki was just a remote village, far north in the Arctic Circle. People came here to share a dream of a better future. It was only by luck that we found Romeo. Then, Zeno approached us and became our business partner. For over 60 years, people here have worked together to make it what it is now. We built the school, the swimming pool, and the cinema for everyone. Rayashki embraces and takes in every newcomer. You and your studies are no exception. This is where our paths meet. Please know that I'm not just doing this for you. I'm doing this for a better future.
For a better future.
A well-rounded education is vital in bringing up the next generation of scientists and workers. Our children should learn more about this world, even from those perspectives and types of knowledge that aren't widely accepted.
Thank you, Miss Vila.
园丁对花儿说：“哦，开始上课了。这是一颗种子，但这是一颗种子。”
The study of ley lines sees the world as a clear map. The cities look like squares to us, while natural landscapes appear to be curves overlapping one another. Many bizarre places in the world, such as the location of the Tunguska explosion or the mysterious 30th parallel north, can't be drawn in squares and curves like cities in ordinary landscapes. We need to find a way to indicate them in a clear, precise way.
It's a maze.
Well, it is the ley line map of a city, but you are right. It does look like a maze. To begin with, I should introduce the most crucial concept in the study of ley lines. That of ley energy. It is a special energy which we can easily detect throughout the town. See how it comes out from underneath the ground and goes into the local biosphere, circulating around like a system. If we think of the town's ley lines as a food web, then ley energy lies at its foundation.
Foundation.
Like how big fish eat small fish, and small fish eat even smaller fish.
Exactly. They are the smallest fish eaten by the big fish. If we catch the big fish and study what they eat, we will know where to find the other big fish. And the ley energy, when the big fish die and break down, the small fish will go back to where they first came from. The circulation goes on and on.
You've put it very well, Miss Wims. Like the rainwater that comes from the ocean to the rivers and returns back to the ocean.
You're a quick learner. But it is not exactly like water. The concentration of ley energy is far more noticeable than that of a lake or a school of fish. Once we find its densest spot, we'll be able to trace it back to its source.
Then what are these bright spots?
These are the energy-rich locations. In a way, they indicate the energy flow.
So many. They look like stars in the sky.
Yes! And finding these locations can be very costly in terms of time and manpower.
Then what do we do after finding them?
They can tell us many things. The ley hunters will follow their courses, analyze the components in them, and match those components to each resource. Some of the components don't match with any of the known resources, which means there might be a new resource waiting to be discovered. Of course, from the ley energy, we can also learn about the local critters.
You talk about strange things, almost like Avgus does. These are just lines.
Like dancing earthworms. They wriggle, they twist. They're having fun. Jumping on the waves. Then into the little boxes. And back into the little balls.
Great. We have 2 of them now.
They look interesting, but we don't really understand.
Cheer up, kids. It's not finished yet. Leyline cartography is complicated. It takes the efforts of many ley hunters working together, investigating the area, even braving dangerous and forbidden places. To this day, we've never been able to finish a completed ley energy map.
I know it now. This is Ryashki.
Huh?
Ah, I see it too. And here is the swimming pool. That little square is our square. These little balls are our homes.
Oh, I live here. The third ball on the left of yours.
You're very bright, Avgust. This is the ley energy map of Ryashki.
But Miss Vinsong, why are you mapping the energy of our town? Have you found any secrets that we don't know?
Children, right now you can only see what's above the ground. But there is even more ley energy beneath the ground. Will the sun always be in the sky? Will the glaciers ever melt away? What lies in the darkness beneath us? Are there other critters around here that you've never seen? How should we deal with them?
I heard once that there were many strange footprints next to the school windows.
Uncle Patrick saw it. A monster with 6 legs, and each one has spikes.
That must be a kikirn, a small-sized Canidae critter, mostly seen in cold areas. But the ley energy might have affected the weather of their habitat, or they wouldn't be here in Ryashki in summer.
Or maybe Uncle Patrick could have drunk too much.
The ley energy accumulated in them suggests that they mostly feed on moss and worms under the snow and stay near town. We can infer that this is a docile herbivorous kind of critter that is merely curious about human behavior. We can infer that this is a docile herbivorous kind of critter that is merely curious about human behavior. I think feeding them will be much more useful than driving them away.
Since these critters began to overrun the area, the defense team has encountered many new creatures. I can feel there is something strange about them. You provided a different angle on the situation, Miss Winsong. I believe it would help the defense team greatly.
新特辑新发现，
The fires in the furnaces are out. The bees and kites dance around the barn. White mosses on the wall. Oh, storms will fall down from the sky.
Stop saying these strange things up. The defense team will keep the critters out of town and protect them, and there will not be any stones falling from the sky.
Is everything alright, Piotr?
Yeah, you're lying. Ryashki is safe. It will be our home forever.
I hate to tell you this, kid, but what Avgust just said could be right. I have the same feeling that the good weather here won't last too long. Look at those thick gray lines.
天灰蒙蒙的，像是蒙上了一层阴影。
Those are the traces of cloud movements and moisture. Now they're mingled together.
But the sun will still be shining. Miss Vila said that the polar day will last for a very, very long time.
Miss Vila was right. And past statistics don't lie. According to the data, the weather here should continue for the next few months. Yet the ley lines say otherwise. They say the weather will be extremely unpredictable.
You are making things up. The forecaster on TV said the weather in Ryashki will be temperate in the coming months.
And the weather forecaster was right, according to his analysis. But life is full of surprises.
I know why you're concerned, Miss Winsong. I feel the glaciers are melting slightly faster than usual. There is going to be a warm front forming from the melting water.
But will there really be stones falling from the sky?
I can't say anything for certain just yet, kid. All I have is this incomplete map. And as you can see, many sources of the marks and traces haven't been located. Which means we can't come up with a precise calculation. But there's no question that Ryashki will soon face many challenges. The weather could become much worse. The environment might change. Maybe some unknown critters might turn up.
Liar! You're all liars! Ryashki is our home, so it can't be dangerous!
Piotr, you can't fly if your feathers get wet.
They will need some time to take in all this new knowledge. Don't you agree?
I thought I could handle all their questions. I think I made things worse. Sorry.
Have faith in them. They will come around.
Are you here to laugh? All these stories of monsters and falling stones, they aren't good at all. I overheard Mr. Evgeny talking. He said the town has so many problems, and soon what some people think will decide if people believe in those terrible stories. Maybe they will be scared and they won't come back to Ryashki. Our town will be forgotten.
But I wasn't lying.
哭啊！
Huh? Hello, Kikiru.
What? What are you doing? I will draw its attention. You go find the defense team for help.
Shall I ask the enemy for their tactics? Finally, some interesting work. Shh! I hear something. No. Whose heart is beating so loud? Oh? Hey, can't resist. Agents have guns. It's called common sense.
They're just little games. Left hand up. Now right hand up.
Stay low profile. I...
It's itchy. It feels warm, doesn't it? Miss Winsong said they can be our friends. That they will bring seeds to every corner of the town.
Like a gardener?
Yeah, go plant more sunflowers, Gikiorn.
So, Miss Winsong was not a liar.
好喽，暂停。一颗燃烧的心，构成它的是黑金。汗水与奔涌的红河，可用于特别柜台兑换，经由许许多多之手，长而又长的时间，我们把它带来了。它使冷刚烧融，令亘古的冻土开口说话。于是这里有了生活，有了那洪流所允诺的理想乡。